This was supposed to be a controlled weapons test. Modern military firepower against the strongest bosses in Minecraft. It didn't turn out exactly how I planned. This was the first boss I went up against, the Ender Golem. For this fight, I kept it simple. Standard infantry level firepower, basic rifles, and light armor. Nothing crazy. At this point, I was just trying to see if these guns even work on these bosses. And honestly, it went way better than I expected. The damage was actually there, and after a bit of pressure, I was actually able to take it down. It was a pretty easy boss fight. Next up was a Netherite Monstrosity. This time, I upgraded a bit. I had a better rifle, heavier armor, explosives, and a few fun healing items. And immediately, I could tell this thing was on a completely different level than the Ender Golem. It wasn't just tanky, but it actually fought back hard. But after a pretty intense fight, I managed to bring it down as well. From what I could tell, it had one of its main attacks. It was the sort of like charging thing. It lowers its shoulder and charges to try to attack you. This was pretty annoying, but pretty easy to avoid as well if you just jump out of the way. But at this point, I wish I had some like fire resistant potions or anything, because the fire was definitely the most annoying part, not the actual physical damage. But considering I had guns, it was pretty easy to take down. And it also had this weird sort of like projectile that shot other projectiles from it, and then that set you on fire. But it wasn't really that hard to take down. It just took a while. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention the place where I found this map. It was made by MatarinRules Gaming. It's called the Lucky Blocks Arena. I downloaded it off of CurseForge, and I think it was a really fun map to use for these boss fights. So yeah, go check out their stuff on YouTube and TikTok. My favorite gun to use on this boss, the Netherite Monstrosity, was the shotgun, particularly the M870, because with its high attack power and close ranges, it made this boss fight pretty easy, especially towards the end. And then came Ignis. This is where things stopped feeling like a simple boss fight. I switched things up completely. I brought in helicopters, heavy firepower, and basically went all in. This fight was insane. Explosions everywhere, constant movement, and barely any time to breathe. At this point, it wasn't really a boss fight anymore. It was just chaos. But the longer the fight went on, the more things started to fall apart. I sold multiple times, and I died multiple times. And my MacBook had hit its limit. The lag was killing me, literally. And eventually, I had to call it. But because if this is what happened on attempt 1, I really want to know what happens next. And if you also want to know what happens next, then consider following, liking, and subscribing to see where this journey goes next. And yeah, I guess we saw where it went for this video. But yeah. Please support my journey. Anyway, thank you. And I'll see you in the next one.